O'Neill Outside is presented by Rockwell Tools. Tools that rock.
Hello again, everyone. I'm O'Neill Williams, and welcome to our program. This is the trip of the year. Write down all the website addresses, the telephone numbers, make notes, because this is the trip for you and the family. I'm at St. Simon's Island at the Fishing Center. I've got the guide for you. The fish are out there waiting to bite. A great place to stay called Ocean Lodge. The meals are fantastic. This is the place for you to come this summer for a 2 or 3 day trip. It's all today on O'Neill Outside, and you'll want to go again soon. Get him, O'Neill. We've been fishing maybe 40 seconds. And you got him on there, buddy? You have to do this with good friends. We've been fishing about 40 seconds, and this is the third fish that we've had on for one of the most exciting trips you'll ever be able to take in saltwater close in. We're out about 2 miles, and that's a baby. You got a baby. How about that? Now, Mark, come tell me what this fish is.
All right, well, it looks like we got some small, what we call a brownie or a sandbar. You know, there's a number of different kind of sharks. Back up just a little bit right here with it that come through here. Wow, now look at that. That's why you always wear gloves.
Yeah.
Right there. But that right there is a brownie or a sandbar. And you know, we have black tip spinners, bulls, duskies. We've got all kinds of fish out here. And one thing you can most certainly count on, just like we've seen O'Neill, you pull up behind these boats and they've been dropping that bycatch. And these sharks literally would come up here in a frenzy. And you know, a lot of people waste their whole lifetime trying to get a hold of something that's gonna pull, and you can come out here and do it in literally seconds. Go ahead and get hooked up to something that's gonna take some line off the reel. But look at the teeth in that rascal. You don't think he ain't bad for his size? I wouldn't thumb grab him like a largemouth bass. All right, now all I want you to do is I want you to just push that lever up to strike. All right, now pick it up and just go to reeling. It's a circle hook, so just reel. Just go to reeling. Outstanding.
Hold on, Randy.
It's a little bigger than the last one.
Yes, he is bigger than the last one. This is probably a spinner, or would you say so, Mark?
It could be a spinner or a black tip, but it's a good fish, obviously. He's got good weight. You can tell how he's pulling down and tight. O'Neill, hand me that rod up there, because what we'll do is, you know, these fish are acrobats, and they'll run all around.
You do this all during the shrimping season?
Yes, what we find is water temperature related. 68 degrees seems to be that number. Usually April, May is when things get started. May most certainly is a great month. And then right on through the summer, O'Neill, all the way into the fall.
So when you take people out, you just throw behind the boat and you got a big fish on.
That's right.
One after another. This is our 4th fish.
If you got someone that has never been truly big game fishing, this is a great trip. You know, for all the people that's been out there sitting on the reservoirs or in a pond and they're wondering, O'Neill, what is it like? What is it like to get a fish on the pools? Come see me.
Yeah.
I'll show you time and again. Bring your buddies, bring your friends, and bring a strong back, because it's going to be on.
Good God. That was 35 minutes, and he saw the boat and broke off.
O'Neill Outside is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, Boat US, Loyal Pet Food, the Whitetail Institute of North America, Southern Link Wireless, and your local Toyota dealer.
Another fish on?
He's eating it now. He's got it now. Oh yeah, he's all over it now.
And you know, a lot of people, you know, they're looking for action. They're looking for the ability of the fish to fight, and that makes it a trophy. And I'm gonna tell you, a fish that can do that and you can fight through it and finish him to the end, well, that's a trophy fish.
What is this? Black tip?
That's what it looked like right there, O'Neal. Drag him back to the left right there, O'Neal. Just turn that rod tip back to the left. See if we keep him up towards the front of the boat. Good fish, showing good color right there.
Come here, fish.
Just threw it out there. It's not out very far. You all right, O'Neal?
Yeah, fine. Don't pay attention to my noises.
Oh, them girly noises that you make from time to time?
Uh-huh.
Spinner or black tip are really the same, but right there he is, y'all. A real good sized fish. He's probably right at 6 foot, O'Neal.
6 feet?
Yep,
okay.
we got a little remora swimming right there on the side of him. Look at the teeth in that rascal. The circle hook right there in the corner of his jaw. And right here you see, right here on his pecs, you see that right there?
Black tip.
10-4 black tip. All righty. Good deal. Well, we'll let him go, O'Neal, and we'll go back out there and get another one. But you know, we've had several of these fish on.
All right, that was a half hour.
Well, you done a good job, O'Neal.
That was a half hour.
I
Nothing
see.
like having a big fish on.
There's really too much going on the boat to have a conversation with Mark about the tackle and where and everything that we're doing. So we're going to take a break. So tell me about the tackle, Mark.
Okay, we're using a simple outfit that handles 50-pound line. All right, we have a barrel swivel right here, 75-pound barrel swivel, and that's a connection point from rod to leader. And we come right here, 150-pound main leader connector with a, basically you're looking right here, 4 foot long. You have a surgeon's knot on both ends with a 150-pound swivel on this end.
Okay.
But we have straight wire for the tippet so that sharks don't bite it off.
Okay.
We have an 8/0 size hook here at the end. And of course the wire is connected to the swivel and the hook via a haywire twist and a barrel wrap to finish it off.
Okay.
Now, I've fished with Mark on occasion over 18 or 20 years. We've caught giant bull reds. We've caught tarpon on multiple occasions, jack crevalle, speckled trout, and sharking. We're reeling all the time. We went out this morning at 6:30
That's right.
and quit at 9:30, a quarter till 10, and we caught 15 or 18, maybe 20. Is this a typical sharking day for you?
Yes, these are high action trips. You seen we was behind the shrimp boats, and you know, out here fishing behind the boats like this, there's just, it's like a moving chum slick. The fish get behind it, it creates wonderful opportunity for multiple hookups and non-stop action. From basically mid-April all the way through, I'd say probably into September.
Okay. Is this a family deal?
This is a family deal. We can even tackle down for children. You always got the child or someone that hadn't fished a lot saying, we don't have any action, you know, I'm tired of waiting, I don't have the patience. This trip does not require patience. It requires will and
Stamina.
desire to catch fish.
Yeah, you're just saying, I'm out.
Time out.
Time out.
That's it.
Mark Noble, where?
St. Simon's Island, right here on the coast of Georgia, Golden Isles. So right here at Morningstar Marina, St. Simon's Island. Y'all come see us.
You bet. And I'll be back, without a doubt.
Randy, come up here, buddy. Look here, look right here. Get ready. All right, now just pick it up. All right, go ahead and reel on him real slow. All right, keep on reeling. He's cutting around the boat right here. Pretty work, pretty work. Out of your way there, O'Neal. There we go. Look at here, right here, paddling up to the boat, a free swimmer.
Yeah.
They're just paddling in now looking at us. Look right behind him. All right, look, Randy.
Yeah. That's a grown one behind me.
I think he came off. No, he's still on there. All right, come on through, come on around. Over top, Joe. You're over top of him, there we go. Well, you know, one thing you can expect, when you go out here pitching baits and you've got these fish out here tuned in to feeding, the way these fish are tuned in on right now, the only thing you can expect is non-stop action. You know, you gotta stick to it and move with the fish when they move. But you know, a lot of times the bait will slide up the line and there'll be other fish paddle in there, eat the bait that slid up the line, and that's why we're losing some of these fish, because the bait might be 30 feet up the line where it slid up the leader, and they're biting it off as they come by. Drop down over there, he is right there. Now, do you see that on the side? Look at all the bite marks on the side of that shark right there, y'all. Can you see right in here on this shark, mating scars? I mean, these fish will come up in here and when they're mating, and this is the breeding ground, the capital for the East Coast for sharks, you'll see a lot of that going on right there. And they'll bite each other and, well, they'll just tear each other to pieces. There he is. You know, and that fish right there, you know, he's not large, but you know, he's big enough to pull line. You know that? He's big enough to pull line.
Enjoyed it. I'm glad you're here for doing this. Behind me is Georgia Power's Lake Jackson, managed and owned by Georgia Power. For over 100 years, you see, it's Lloyd Shoals Dam that was built in 1910. It's a fabulous lake, only 44 miles south of Atlanta, 4,750 acres, and it's a beautiful place close in for you and your family to visit. The rivers that feed the lake are extremely fertile, so for largemouth bass, stripers, hybrids, and crappie, it's a fabulous fishery. With parks and recreation areas, Georgia Power provides lots of public access to Lake Jackson. You can learn more about Lake Jackson and all it has to offer at georgiapower.com/lakes.
He's not as big as some of them, but you can see that, buddy, the black tips are appearing on him. Don't want to injure him any more than we have to.
One of the scraggly looking guys on our fishing trip today is a guy named Joe McDonough. And he owns and operates and built a place called Ocean Lodge, the most elegant hotel I've ever been to in my life.
Well, Neil, it's very kind of you to say that. The Ocean Lodge has gained quite a reputation in its 6 years of existence. It naturally is the nicest capital improvements on the eastern seaboard from Key West to Maine. But what really makes it click, and I think you'll agree, is the staff there. From the time you check in and get situated in your 1,000 square foot suite with 2 full baths, his and hers. But the staff there is really the reason that we've gained the notoriety in places like TripAdvisor, the number one social network in the world for dealing with lodging and food service, makes us number one in this part of the world. And we're very proud of that, in addition to having their number 6 ranking in their top 10 most romantic inns in America.
The reason I wanted to mention Ocean Lodge, that's part of this trip. If you come here and fish with Mark, spend a couple of days, you need to stay at Ocean Lodge. Call ahead.
Well, we'll certainly take good care of your fishing buddies that you send down here. I promise you that. We do a lot of fishing ourselves, and we can certainly highly recommend Mark to fish at St. Simon's Island, Georgia.
Yeah, Ocean Lodge.
All right, O'Neil, I'm kind of freed up for a moment. And I just threw that one out there. Hold on to that one for me, and I'll see if I can't help these other guys with the rods real quick. You okay with that?
Yeah, sure, here.
You think you can handle another fish, O'Neil?
I'm not gonna get one this time.
Yeah, what? You're not gonna get one, says who?
I'm just gonna.
Do we want to take some O'Neil money and maybe a big green egg on this, or what?
No, I don't bet big green eggs.
Oh, come on now. I'm just saying, you gotta make it meaningful. What do you, oh, O'Neil. Well, I'm gonna have another bait on here. Because, you know what that means, O'Neil? If we only got 2 fish on, that means there's room for a third. Well, go ahead and try down on him. Then we can go triple up. Triple header, baby, right there.
See, he gets a kick out of this Three Stooges. he likes.
Hey, O'Neil, you know why we got 3 fish on right now?
Why?
Because we can.
It's good, yeah. He likes for his guests to look like the Keystone Cops.
Oh, you got him in the wing, Joe. Right in the wing. Look where that hook is. Right in this pec fin. It's a brownie. All right, raise him on up towards me just a touch more, Joe. We'll see if we can get him off of there. But he is hooked in a very unique place. All right, raise him on up towards me just a touch more, Joe. We'll see if we can get him off of there.
Most of you think I go fishing almost every day. I don't. I probably don't go fishing many more times than you do during the year, but it's very important because I need to catch a few to have a show. Here's a tip now, because I use light line and I suggest that you do. Here's something for you to do every time that may get you the fish of the day or the fish of a lifetime. Every time you go out and start fishing, cut off 1 rod length of line. Why? Well, it's important if you're a light line guy like me. But I dare you to be able to recall the last half hour of fishing from the last trip. Did you get hung up? Did you throw into some rocks? Did it wrap around the limb? What happened to the terminal end of the line? You don't recall. So, cut off 1 rod length of line before you tie on tackle every time you go fishing. When you start the day, will it save you a fish or two? I don't know, it might, but it's not a bad idea, and that is a very good True Turn tackle tip of the week.
There's more O'Neill Outside coming up. But first, let's thank our sponsors. Year One, Tracker Boats, Bug Band Repellent, Bojangles, O'Neill Outside Spices and Seasonings, and by ExploreGeorgia.org, the official Georgia tourism and travel site. Now, let's join O'Neill for this week's Big Green Egg Wild Game and Fish recipe.
Today's recipe is a really good idea for shark, swordfish, and such as that. But there's an extra touch at the end that I'm going to show you that you're going to love. First of all, I use lots of O'Neill Outside fish and seafood seasoning, and I'll put it on the Big Green Egg at, listen to this now, 500 degrees for 2 minutes on each side, direct heat. 500 now, because see, you can see it's thick. This is going to work out fine. Then there'll be a surprise in about 4 minutes. Here's the surprise. 4 minutes. And then you put on lime coriander butter. And when that melts, it will also melt in your mouth. You better have this recipe. O'NeillOutside.com, BigGreenEgg.com, recipes. Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience. Right here.
We need big. Oh, there we go. That is a black tip. Another black tip.
We started fishing this morning, put the first bait in the water about 20 minutes till 7. Something like that.
I would say so.
It's 10 minutes after 9. We hadn't been fishing 2 hours, well, we had almost 3 hours, and we probably caught, oh my goodness, we probably caught, I don't know, 500 pounds? Easy.
Yes, I'll just say there hasn't been no downtime. If we had a bait in the water, it was hooked up.
Sometimes triples, you have to do this. Call Mark and spend a day. Well, you won't spend the whole day because you just can't do it all day.
No.
But you got plenty of rod bending action, big fish. Okay, Randy, you can catch him now. Ooh.
You know, that right there, that fish probably right there, if you measure down him, he's going to be just around 4.5. Well, he might measure actually 5 feet, I would say. Yeah. From his snout all the way to the end of his tail there, you're probably talking 5 foot.
I want you to meet a friend of mine from North Carolina. His name is Randy Black, and I recruited him on this trip because he hasn't done it before. As an illustration for the people who have not done this sort of thing before, what do you recommend?
well, you missed a lot if you hadn't done it. I've never done it before. I've done a little freshwater fishing, bass fishing, etc., but nothing like this. It was quite an experience.
Okay, and you broke a record today, of course.
Of course, for me. I mean, I may have caught some 4 or 5 pounders, but that's about it. But my first one today was probably 100, 110 pounds. Didn't quite get him in, but anyway, had 4 or 5 other catches, and they were 40, 50 pounds, so that was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun.
Just give an evaluation from the place you stayed last night, and the meal you had last night, and the fishing trip today.
Wow, Ocean Lodge. I sent my wife a picture. She'll probably be with me next time for sure. Great place. Loved it. The fish last night was outstanding. The people and the experience today with you, O'Neill, off the chart.
So I thank you, all those things that you've written down during today's program. Give them a call, go to the website. You'll probably see Randy when you come down.
Well, maybe so.
You bet.